I do like the opening a lot.
Yeah.
I really think that sort of sets the tone for the entire film. I think it sets the unexpected. It was sort of, my nod to Wes Craven, John Carpenter, Alfred Hitchcock, whatever, I have in me. I was trying to put it in that opening scene. And, but I'm also proud of the mystery because I think it's pretty solid. I think if you really start picking it apart, you might find there's like one or two gaffes that I think you can raise a question about, but I think it's fairly tight. Now I say that 20 years later, and knowing how hard it is to construct, I'm like, well, it's pretty tight.
Yeah. And so before it opened, it was originally called Scary Movie, and so they changed it. When did Dimension change? Was it right before release, or did they change it while you were in production still?
No, I think we were out of production. I remember it happening later down the road. I can't exactly pinpoint the time it happened, but we were already done shooting, and I think there was some conversation, they were testing it or they were talking about it, and Scary Movie was sounding like a comedy, and they were like, no, this movie's scary. Yes, it's funny. Yes, there's humor, but it's a scary movie. And if we name it Scary Movie, everyone's gonna think it's this broad farcical comedy, and we would just missell it. And they were really, I think marketing was really worried about, I think Harvey was the one who came up with Scream. I could be wrong about that, but I think it was Harvey.
I remember, so I went to see it opening weekend with my brother who's here, and I just remember I didn't know anything about it, but it got such good reviews, and I was like, oh, this is so exciting. And then I just remember telling all my friends, and the word of mouth, it just felt like, especially within like my age group, just it grew and grew, and each week it kept doing, bigger money. When did you sort of realize it was a thing? Like, when did you sort of get the idea that like, wow, this is kind of a phenomenon?
It was later. We were getting a really good advanced feedback when the movie was being screened, and people were like, oh, this is really awesome, this is great, this is different, this is new, this is fresh. And so that was refreshing, and I was like, oh good, I can get another job, someone will hire me. And then it was really the third week. I think we opened at number 6, but by the third week we were number 1. And movies very rarely go that way.
And you sort of, you really kind of reignited like this sort of teen horror genre. Like, it just became, you became very widely copied too. Was that flattering? How did that feel to sort of be?
Oh my God.
There were a lot of Scream ripoffs.
Bring them. That was nice. Because you know what? There'll be a great one in the midst of all of it, and they're fun. I did one, So
I know what you did last summer is not a ripoff. That is a great movie.
Well, that came around at the same time because the people who wanted to buy Scream they wanted it badly, but Bob and Harvey kind of made a big play for it, and I felt like that was the right place because they promised to make it right away, and so the people that wanted it, my agent was like, oh, this is a job, they're hiring you, you can set a quote, you gotta work. And so I did that job, and I thought it turned out well. I enjoyed it. It's such a fun movie to make, so I enjoy it.